Hello and welcome to another episode of People and Events. I'm your host, Gufan Shaji Ogwanyi. Today, we're spreading love and positivity as we share inspiring stories and the exciting events that will lift your spirits. In a world that can sometimes seem overwhelming, we want to remind you to keep hope alive. Today, we'll talk love. We also see some movies that premiered in Abuja. Plus, some other events making the round. So, let's dive into our potpourri of events, starting with a fairy tale romance that will make you believe in love again. As Najatu Tijani takes us through the union between Zainab Nadia and Ismail.
Excitement in the air as family and friends from far and near gather to witness the union of Zainab, fondly called Nadia, and her heartthrob Ismail. The wedding reception at a luxurious event center with its twinkling lights follows the nikah or wedding fatiha. The two who have now become one make their grand entrance much to the delight of well-wishers. Tradition steeped in rich cultural heritage meets modernity in this celebration. Guests are wowed by the kamu or catch the bride, which is the traditional money or gift negotiation between friends of the bride or amaria and the bridegroom's family.
Are we going through it? Life is all about taking risks. If you don't take risks, you will not move.
A settlement has been reached with smiles all around, guaranteeing the groom or angu a solid standing with Kawain Amaria, the bride's friends.
They are receiving, so now they are unveiling their bride. Wow. Oh my God. Now so they are unveiling their bride.
The union comes with the Quranic injunction of providing comfort, fairness and justice in the relationship, a task which the bridegroom says he is happy to handle.
I feel Allah has blessed me. Zainab, she's a very precious person to me, and we get along and we understood ourselves, and the most important thing is she's very religious.
Guests, young and elderly, are eager to bless the couple with advice and prayers.
Pray that Allah should make it easy and should bless them with fruitful children.
To keep the marriage interesting and then to have shared interests.
I can say she's the most selfless and compassionate person I know. She puts everyone above herself every single time. She's always smiling, she's always happy. I'm praying that they stay together.
I'm so excited for him. I'm so happy for him.
Spiritual guidance and admonition follow, a tradition which her grandmother and other relatives say will be her lifelong companions for a successful marriage. It is mainly an all-women affair where she will be given tips for a happy home.
This kind of advice is good for the bride because some of the tips that she will pick from here it will be very useful for her later. Not now, but later she will take it as an advice. She will save it and she will use it later. Even the ones that are here, they will take note of it and it is useful for her.
Only pray for her. To have a very good home, be patient, be careful, be accommodating and be loving.
They should keep their secret within their self. They should not invite a third party within their self. They should settle their differences inside their bedroom.
Tummies full of delicious food and advice given, it's time to bid Zainab farewell as she begins life as a married woman.
May Allah make us to be able to do what is right, and may Allah help us.
And so Ismail and Nadia's love story begins with hopes for a bright future.
Darling, just kiss me slow.
Congratulations to the bride and groom, and may your love blossom. Moving on, we see the premiere of these movies, Big Score, which centers around some individuals who joined forces to take down the former president's chief of staff, who they believe is responsible for orchestrating the assassination of their parents, while Baron Queen tells the intense and gripping story of fraternal twins who are tragically separated.
Abuja, the capital city of Nigeria, is known for many things, and before now, it wasn't your typical standard entertainment hub like Lagos. But then, that notion is fast changing with the rise of film and theatre productions in the city. Filmmakers are gradually gravitating to the nation's capital, taking advantage of the beautiful, bold and serene landscape, giving a different outlook to Nollywood productions and experiencing film in a different light.
It's a lot easier here. Dealing with traffic is one major issue. In Abuja, from one point to another, you could spend just 30 minutes.
It's actually nice, you know, to make a film here in Abuja, and hopefully I'll come back and make another film because the ambience of the environment, everything was actually, people are accommodating.
Filmmaker Shalom Chiki, along with his crew, makes a list of screen directors who are changing the narrative by transforming Abuja into a cinematic haven as it played host to the grand premiere of two films, The Big Score and Baron Queen, both shot and produced here in Abuja. In an undeniable air of excitement, the event, which was attended by cast and crew members as well as other filmmakers and enthusiasts, was electric with glitz and glamour. The ambience of the night, unforgettable and aptly captured as a tidal wave of glamour with guests shining like diamonds. Right after the bright red carpet came the intended treat for the audience, which was a double dose of cinematic brilliance. As the lights dimmed, the excitement reached a feverish peak with A Big Score and Baron Queen set to captivate hearts and minds.
The highs that will bring Honorable Adams back.
First up was The Big Score, an action-packed thriller that had the crowd on the edge of their seats. The film, which was shot on location in various parts of Abuja, showcased the city's stunning landscapes and served as a testament to the growing prowess of Nollywood. Its intricate plot and dynamic characters promise a roller coaster of emotions and adrenaline.
I have a message for you.
The second film, Baron Queen, it delved into the complexities of love and relationships, resonating with the audience on a deeper level. The film's portrayal of Abuja's multi-ethnic lifestyle added another layer of authenticity to the narrative.
It's for my soul.
The post-screening buzz was obvious with attendees raving about both films. The directors, producers and cast members were on hand to interact with the audience, sharing insight into the filmmaking process and expressing their gratitude for the overwhelming support. Other filmmakers in attendance were thrilled and excited to share their thoughts on the magic made and witnessed in the hall.
What I'm proud of is the fact that most of these guys that played in this film are our Abuja-based actors who have delivered so much. So in terms of picture quality, it's up there. The sound is good, the directorial approach is there, the actors did so well.
Very intriguing. I was particularly thrilled with the camera movements as well as the sound. So I would say it's actually a good movie.
I don't know the person that did the props. It's a wonderful thing. That's the most important thing. At least I like it. But the director, he did a wonderful job.
For the cast and crew members whose excitements were visible, this is the beginning of bigger and better stories. For what they said will get better along the way, they are excited with what they have made and they look forward to making Nollywood better, one movie at a time.
It's not a regular story, but it teaches you to just, before you act, think.
Beyond just the fact that, we are doing something new here in Abuja, it's the fact that we are people who are passionate about filmmaking. We are young people who are passionate about changing the narrative.
You always reap what you sow. That's what I believe. You may not know it, but it's a spiritual thing. Whatever thing you do, whether good or bad, you'll reap the result.
I think the whole experience just really taught me that there's always like a different side to everything, and not everyone grows up the way, not everyone has the experience of, growing up and becoming a good person, so you can't necessarily really judge.
Story written by an Abuja writer, produced by an Abuja producer, directed by an Abuja director, cinematographers and all, and I can boldly say that I'm proud of the project.
Yeah, there are one or two things that could be corrected, but still, I love what we were able to achieve in both films.
A cappella group.
He came.
Nah, Mama, what happened?
Who did I offend? He came. When will you get a job and start earning a living? Like your mates out there.
Mama, bro, madnia, the whole here job, bro, madnia. Very soon now. The first time bomb.
The double premiere of The Big Score and Baron Queen marks an important landmark for the Nigerian film industry. It not only showcased the talent of the filmmakers and actors involved, but also highlighted Abuja's potential as a thriving cinematic hub. As the industry continues to evolve, events like these are critical in elevating Nollywood to new heights.
Thank you, Tochi. I'm certain you movie lovers would be hitting the cinemas to catch up on these amazing movies. Let's pause now for a break. When we come back, we'll see more stories. Stay with me.
Moving on, Jais Bank, Nigeria's first non-interest banking service provider, celebrates its major shareholder, Muhammadu Idimi, on his 70th birthday amidst first groundbreaking ceremony of another of its branch in the city of Maiduguri. K. Gama Mustafa captured the moment for people and events.
In a heartwarming gesture, Jais Bank's top executives, led by its chairman Mohamed Mustafa bin Tube, visited renowned philanthropist Muhammadu Indimi at his Maiduguri residence to share with him the auspicious moment.
May Allah bless you, guide you, bless your family, and continue to accept all the good things you can do to society. Like I said, not only to the people of the month of Borno State, but Nigeria as a whole. I am one of those sons of Borno that have the privilege to have the access to the governor of Borno, our engineer, like I said, sir, he has always said very, very good things about you in terms of elderly support, guidance, and all these things. So we thank you, and we still look forward for Allah to bless you to give more to society.
Bintube acknowledged Indimi's contributions to Jais Bank's growth from 3 branches to now 60, with plans for 2,000.
It's a national bank, open to all, irrespective of race or religion. It's another form of finance. They call it alternative finance. And the central bank and the federal government are encouraging this kind of banks because of what they call financial inclusion. People who do not normally like to patronize interest-based operations were given this opportunity by the central bank and the federal government. That's why the federal government itself is now embracing this kind of banking. They have issued what they call sukuk, which is like an Islamic bond. There is a lot of money to construct roads in all the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria.
He presented Indimi with a letter of honor, gifts and awards expressing gratitude for his guidance and support. The philanthropist Muhammadu Indimi appreciated the show of solidarity, assuring them of continuous support for the bank's success and commending them for giving Maiduguri an additional branch.
I really am happy to receive Jahiz Bank here in my humble house. And Jahiz is something that is like my baby. To have your baby, to see the baby growing. So we are yet to arrive where I want it, but we'll do our best.
Indimi's birthday coincided with the bank's groundbreaking ceremony of another branch in Bulumkutu, Maiduguri, marking a significant milestone in promoting financial inclusion. The ceremony was attended by colleagues from Post Bank, signaling potential collaboration. Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Jais Bank, Haruna Musa, emphasized the bank's commitment to economic development going beyond expansion.
We don't charge interest. So I believe it will be beneficial to the people of Borno because we are going to support the community immensely. Anybody who is a business person can come and collect, fund based on profit sharing, profit and loss sharing. Because in the conventional bank, even if you lose, they'll come after you must pay. In Islamic banking, if you fail, you fail together. If you win together. So we believe through this kind of support, we'll be able to empower the community of Borno. And alhamdulillah, we thank our father, Dr. Muhammad Indimi, for laying this very strong foundation. And I'm sure it's going to be beneficial, to the community in general.
Jais Bank, established 11 years ago, operates with 0 interest rates and has contributed significantly to the Nigerian economy, as with a capital base of 500 billion naira and a half-year profit of 11 billion naira, the bank is poised for further growth. The new branch in Bulumkutu offers residents access to its financial services, promising a brighter future as it continues to expand toward promoting financial inclusion and economic development in Nigeria. Kegama Mustafa reporting for People and Events.
The beautiful one right there. Before we go, let's let you unravel this package.
The pleasure meeting you again today, and let's have a vote. Period. I had the opportunity to stay in his house. Now this man is a blessed man because from my year 2 to the time I finished university, he paid my fees.
Testimonies of Barrister Ogugwa Ojei as he turns 60. It was a gathering of friends, colleagues, old schoolmates, and of course family members who have come from near and far to celebrate Barrister Ojei, who was described as a go-getter who never stops at achieving anything he sets out for, aside his unflinching love for his family.
I enjoy the relationship very, very well. Ojei is a very considerate person, very calm, with good temperament. In fact, Ojei could, as much as possible, to be at peace with you, fulfill what could be his legitimate rights.
Okay, Barrister Ojei is such a wonderful family man. He's what you would call the quintessential family man. Someone that loves his wife and loves his children.
Described as a friend, father, husband, and many parts to others, the celebrant expressed his gratitude to God, who has given him the grace to get to the age of 60, despite series of challenges while growing up.
So happy, it's such a beautiful thing to watch your parents grow older. So this is a privilege. I'm so happy to be.
A gentleman, a lawyer, a good one, a loving husband, faithful and kind. And I dare say, he's just among the very few remaining Yeah, and he's a great father. In all, he's an awesome man, and I'm glad I'm his wife. He chose me.
I'm just grateful to God. I think that's what I must say. Because the journey of 60 years has not been easy, has not been funny, but God has kept one. So I am truly grateful to God. I feel good. I feel good.
Of course, item 7 was in order, with series of sumptuous delicacies as guests devoured them aside the dance floor attendants, which saw the celebrants, his wife, friends and families dance to grace the occasion.
It's been a great time hanging with you. Until I come your way next time, do continue to keep hope alive. I'm your host, Kufan Shaji Ugwahi, and I'll see you again.